Hey everyone, this is Mike, and today we're going to be talking about ACT again. Now, last video we talked about ACT and FF logs, how you can use it for self-improvement, how you can become a better player because of it, and also how you can help figure out where your team's weaknesses are and then maybe help those people out to get better themselves. But I got a few comments here or there in my last few videos saying whether or not you can get banned if you use ACT, because according to the terms of service of Final Fantasy XIV, third-party programs are not allowed, and thus, since ACT is a third-party program, it technically isn't allowed either. So people are a little bit scared, like, can I get banned because I am using this? Technically, yes, but most likely no, and let me explain why. So, because third-party programs are technically not allowed, you shouldn't be using them. But on the other hand, Square Enix themselves also can't check whether or not you are using them or not, because that would be invasion of the privacy. They can't put a tool on your PC itself to check whether or not those programs are running, which is why sometimes a little bit of extreme cases can be found here or there when it comes down to usage of third-party tools. And you can sometimes see this on streams or clear POVs as well, where there are some really ridiculous things going on. Going back on the ACT topic though, because I'm getting off track already. Now, because of that, they can't actively check whether or not you're using it, but that doesn't mean that you should go and be very vocal about you using ACT. For me personally, I use it on my stream. I just don't show it to other people, and that is mainly because I don't want people to be toxic against me or my teammates, because we might not be the best players in the world. We die, we make mistakes, and people are very quick to call out people on their mistakes. Like, for example, oh my god, this samurai is only doing 10k DPS or something like that, which is very low for a samurai, but nevertheless, people get kind of toxic when they see numbers. Because of that, they say that ACT is not allowed in the TOS because they don't want to create a toxic community or a toxic environment when it comes down to raiding. So it is totally fine for you to use a program like ACT yourself, as long as you're not using it to harass other people, because they also know that you need ACT or something similar like a parser in order to have a healthy raid environment. If you do not see your numbers, if you do not see how good you are, it is also pretty much impossible for you to know when you need to improve on a certain thing. Because a lot of people in this game just play the game without using ACT. They think they are playing well, but then unless they know the numbers that they're doing, they can't actually see whether or not they're doing well. And I used to be something like that. When I first started playing, I thought I was doing really well. Then someone showed me how much I was actually doing. I'm like, well, I should be doing twice as much as this. And because I knew that, I knew I had to improve, and then I could actually partake in Savage raiding, because of course Savage raiding, and now especially Ultimate raids as well, starting in Stormblood, they require a lot from the players, and you can't just be that lazy person like the healer that doesn't heal or something like that and still clear those fights, because you do need to contribute as much as you can in order to clear those Savage fights, in order to clear those Ultimate raids, and even Extreme Primals or Extreme Trials even require a DPS check as well. So pretty much, as long as there's a DPS check involved in a party or in a fight, you pretty much want to have ACT to see whether or not your party is able to meet the DPS check. Extreme Primals is not necessarily that big of a deal because the DPS check is really easy, but when it comes down to Savage raids and Ultimate raids, that's where you really want to know whether or not your party is able to do it. If they are not able to do it, then see who basically needs a little bit of help in the party to try and help them out. Because as I said before, I used this example before in I believe the ACT video, one of our party members, when we were clearing or trying to clear Shiva on week 1, was not playing well enough, and if we didn't have ACT, we wouldn't have known that it was only one person that needed a little bit of help, rather than that everyone in the party had to play better. We helped that one person out, he got some practice in, and then after 2 hours we went back in and we ended up clearing the fight in a few pulls. So because ACT is very important for having a healthy raid environment, so that people can become better, so that people can help others become better as well, see where their mistakes are, because of that, it is kind of a necessity, and Square Enix knows this as well. So as long as you're not using ACT with malicious intent to basically go after people that are not playing well, or people that just, like for example, the AFK healers or something like that, if you don't use ACT to go after those people, to be toxic towards them, to kick them out of parties, to trash talk them on stream or whatever, then you'll be fine. So TLDR, you can use ACT as much as you like, you can use a bunch of plugins for it as well as much as you like, as long as you do not openly harass people using AZT as your medium to basically expose them, so to speak. So I know it's kind of like a short video, but I kind of wanted to address this because some people were having some questions about it. So basically, yes, you can use ACT, just don't use it to harass other people, which is one of the main reasons why I do not show it in any of my videos and why I also don't show it on stream, because I like to just keep the information to myself and basically go from there. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in this video. Hope it was helpful. I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank my Patreons for supporting me, and I'll see you in the next one.